10 years of Skyrim modding has created quite the backlog of mods. And recently we've entered an era where more mods are being created and at a higher quality than ever before. In fact, Skyrim Special Edition has recently surpassed 1.2 billion mod downloads on the Nexus. But as a result of this new era of mod creation, we simply aren't able to keep up with all the fantastic mods that are coming out every day. As a result, some truly amazing mods get overlooked and even forgotten. In this series, I'm showcasing 6 top-quality mods every week that have been missed by the community, but fortunately discovered by me. This is Skyrim Mods Hidden Gems, Week 3. Let's start at the first mod, and a perfect example of a hidden gem. Maleficus Blackjack by Maleficus32, with an unfortunately low 500 downloads. This mod adds 3 new ways to incapacitate NPCs, through the use of a club, a potion, or a spell. The new club, called a Blackjack, can be crafted at any forge using an iron ingot and 1 firewood, and it has a unique enchantment that does 0 damage, but if used to hit an enemy from behind while undetected, will knock them out for a period of 5 minutes. The second option is a new poison called Knockout Agent, which can be applied to arrows or weapons to instantly knock out your target for 60 seconds. This poison is very expensive and can only be purchased from Thieves' Guild fences, as its recipe is a trade secret. Lastly, the new spell, Rend Consciousness, is an expert-level illusion spell, which can be cast at enemies to, as you might have guessed, knock them out, this time for a period of 20 seconds. The genius of this mod comes from not just how well it's implemented and how fun it is, but also the player choice and build variety it creates, all while maintaining the balance of the game. Think about it. The Blackjack is very easy to acquire at any forge, but executing a successful sneak attack with a melee weapon is quite difficult to pull off. The poison is a little more difficult to attain, requiring spending a few septims. However, it's rather easy to use in combat. But the spell requires heavy investment in illusion, a rarely used school of magic, to even be able to cast it, but is by far the easiest and most repeatable to use in combat. Then there's the fact that the easier the knockout is to pull off, the shorter the window is that the target remains unconscious. This gives the player a choice. In order to use these new, powerful tools, you must invest in a build or playstyle. Sneak, septims, illusion. You could create an amazing non-lethal build with these options, especially since they don't count as a crime if you're undetected. Or you could utilize them to complete hard quests, where a tough enemy stands in your way. Or you could actually become a real bandit, who mugs people in the wilds. Or, you could even use them to complete pickpocket jobs for the Thieves' Guild, without investing in pickpocket at all. Sorry for gushing about this mod, but I love it so much because it's a great example of smart game design. Adding so little to the game actually changes it staggeringly and has a dramatic effect on the atmosphere and fun factor of the game. This is a high-quality mod, so even if you're not a sneak thief, I would highly recommend this one. Next up, something to add a little spice to your mage character. This is Wild Magic Surge by, again, Maleficus32, with only 700 downloads. Wild Magic Surge adds a customizable chance for any cast spell to be cancelled, and instead, a random magic surge, that is, a magical effect, will occur. Sometimes dangerous, sometimes useful, sometimes humorous, but always unpredictable. These magic effects can evolve any combat situation into a scenario of wacky hijinks or a fight for your life. I don't want to spoil the fun of this mod, but some of the possible effects are: you become temporarily invulnerable, you vomit a corrosive poison wherever you're aiming, you get paralyzed for 1 second, all NPCs within range of you get poisoned, your vision turns green, all NPCs within range of you turn invisible, or an ale is added to your inventory. Depending on who's around you, these magic surges may affect you, your allies, and/or your enemies. And due to the fact that there are over 70 possible magic surge effects, the scenarios you can find yourself in are endless. Luckily, as I said, the mod is customizable, and you can raise or lower the chance that these magic surges will occur. Turn the chances down to add just a bit of unpredictable excitement to your mage playthroughs, or turn the chances up and prepare for some true craziness. But the best moments are when you forget you have the mod installed, and you go to cast a non-hostile spell in a city. Alas, spiders are summoned instead. I would really appreciate it if you could show Maleficus 32 some love, and check out their awesome mods. For our third mod, a new immersive armor set from Xtudo and Nordwar UA. Ahzidal's armor set, my version, with 5,000 downloads. Before I say anything, just take a look at this armor. Obviously, the textures and design are both beautiful. Everything from the color, to the furs, to the semi-historical design, to the tough-looking shield, to the Celtic engravings and iconography present on every metal surface. The quality is out of this world, and on top of that, the northern style means it fits in perfectly with the world of Skyrim. Its deceptively simple design might cause you to overlook it at first glance, but there is a ton of wonderful detail here. Now, the mod is a replacer for the Ahzidal armor set, which can be found on Solstheim in the Dragonborn DLC. However, there is an alternate version which also adds the armor to the Forge and to leveled lists, known as the Ancient Nordic Heavy set. The versatility of this armor, as both a lore-friendly set for players who want a more vanilla plus experience, and also being high quality enough to look good in ultra-modded setups, is a definite strong point of this mod, and that, in addition to how obviously great it looks, is worthy of a strong recommendation. Next, a mod which creates some consequences for thoughtless looting. Unlucky Loot by Twin Crows, with 1,700 downloads. If you play Skyrim like me, you will incessantly check every corpse, urn, and sack for even the smallest amount of septims or loot, even when you have quite enough gold. Well, Unlucky Loot adds a chance that looting certain containers will create a negative effect for the player. Looting food barrels or sacks may cause a skeever to leap out of the container and attack. Likewise, looting Draugr urns and mummies may cause an angry Draugr spirit to manifest and ambush you, or you might just catch a disease from dealing with such unclean things. In a similar vein, looting human corpses has a chance to give the player a stench of death, which lowers your speechcraft. But my favorite new effect occurs when picking up a filled soul gem. Occasionally, the fragile soul gem will break upon your touch, and out will spawn a rather frustrated Daedra. The coolest part is that the type of Daedra changes based on the size of the soul gem. You'll still get the soul gem, by the way, but it will now be empty. If all this sounds annoying to you, rejoice, because the mod is highly configurable. You can adjust the chance at which each type of unlucky event occurs, from 1% to 100%, and you can also set how many of each hostile NPC will spawn in each ambush. Like the Wild Magic Surge mod, Unlucky Loot is most effective when you've completely forgotten you've installed it. I love that it works with the vanilla game seamlessly, And I think I secretly hope it will train me to not loot every container that I see. Try this one out. It's more fun than you might think. Our fifth mod fixes a problem that was right under our noses the whole time. I'm talking about Weather of World by Doodlezoid and Lou. Ah, the world map, the mostly forgotten screen that we constantly look at. Most of us install a map mod and never think about it again. Weather of World will improve your world map experience by overhauling the weather and lighting. Right off the bat, it looks a lot better. Much care has been put in to avoid blown-out highlights and too much bloom which may have been present before. Importantly, there's now a much greater distinction between night and day. Yes, now the map will actually be dark at night, truly dark. I love this effect, as you can still see map markers clearly, but it really adds to the atmosphere of a character pulling their map out at night and plotting the course of where to go, though maybe that's just me. Anyhow, this mod is compatible with almost every mod out there, as long as you load it under your weather and lighting mods, so do give this one a look, if you'd like. Lastly, we have probably my favorite retexture on the Nexus. DragonPriest Retexture SE by Pradith the 16th, with 21,000 downloads. Retexturing all vanilla and DLC DragonPriest masks, along with their hoods, Mirax's mask and clothes, the DragonPriests themselves, the DragonPriest staves, and the DragonPriest dagger. This ambitious retexture is the highest quality DragonPriest retexture I've ever seen. Look at the detail on each mask. You can see the cracks on the surface, distinct to each mask. The difference between matte and shiny on the surface of each mask, which gives clues as to which materials were used to forge such ancient creations. The unique forehead letter in Dovazul, or dragon language, which corresponds to the name of each dragon priest. The new hood colors, which abandon the boring brown of vanilla and complement the unique, vibrant, and sinister colors of each mask. In an amazing way, these masks manage to emulate the style and colors of the masks in the vanilla game, while also extrapolating their style to something new and refreshing. All of this is not even mentioning the new staff textures, the dagger texture, Mirax's outfit, and the actual dragon priests themselves, all of which contain their own level of attention to detail just the same as the masks. Overall, this mod reinserts the Dragon Priest masks into my late-game helmet options, as I had stopped using them because of their ugly brown textures before. Now they truly feel special again. That has been week 3 of Skyrim Mods Hidden Gems. Thanks for watching the video. Subscribe for more hidden gems next week, and be sure to endorse any of the mods from this video that you enjoy. Remember to stay tuned, because my new upcoming series will be all about the absolute best mod combinations to create your own unique builds and stories in the world of Skyrim, starting with the first mod build, The Witcher.